That's a brave title, isn't it? Right, before you dislike the video and call me a dickhead in the comments and all start going mad, please hear me out. Please listen. I know I'm taking a risk making this video, but to me, truth with facts and tangible evidence is more important than how popular I am or popular opinion. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Tom Stockdale, and today I'm going to be talking about all of this mess and noise that is the James Charles situation that's taken over the internet. And before you click off, I know I'm sick of hearing about it too, but just listen, I'm going to try and look at it a different way. I'm not just going to be rehashing the points everyone else has made and calling James a cunt. I'm going to try and look at this whole situation as objectively as I can and try and get some thinking happening. I'm not invested in either side. Don't care about James, don't care about Tati. I do not care about that whole situation. So I'm going to look at it like it's facts, like a math problem, something where your opinion does not affect the outcome. If it's math, it's A equals B equals C. This blah blah blah, easy. And then after we have it all laid out, I'll give you a bit of my opinion then. So I'm going to explain the situation as simply as I can, and then we'll get to what I think about it. So person A and person B are part of the beauty community, and their channels are based around cosmetics. Now person B helped person A a lot in their early career with like promo and all that good stuff. Person B uploaded a 40-minute video exposing person A. It's basically a shitty person. I've got notes down here, which is why I'm looking, because I want to make sure I'm very concise. So by now, I assume you've all seen Tati's original video, but the main points that were made were A promoted a rival brand to B's, and she was a bit gutted about it. A had previously said that they couldn't promote the pills because his audience was young and it would be irresponsible. Fame and money has changed person A, and the big kicker that cancelled A was the claims of his predatory behaviour towards men, and that's all I'm going to be talking about really, because the rest of it is irrelevant. It doesn't matter, that's not why he's getting cancelled. This is the main reason he's getting cancelled. So she puts out this video, straight away Twitter blows up with all of these stories about what person A has done, and a bunch of big names start following them on Twitter, and Jeffree Star confirms that they're a predator and a danger to society, and A is cancelled, loses 3 million subs in a few days. So obviously there's a lot of evidence supporting that he's a predator, right? Well, there's actually not really. There's a bunch of anecdotal evidence, and a lot of that has come out as people were making it up for clout or lies or whatever. Someone big is falling down, everybody wants to dogpile. So quite a lot of it was that, so it's very saturated. The anecdotal evidence is saturated anyway. And obviously, anecdotal evidence is problematic, because without tangible proof, it's one person's word against another, and it's literally impossible to prove a negative. It's to prove something didn't happen is very challenging. So who do we believe? One person's word against the other. How do we know which one's right? Well, normally, you'd assume if a lot of the same thing is coming out about one person, a lot of people are having this similar experiences with one person, it gives the claims more merit and it makes them more likely to be based in fact. Because a lot of things are coming from one place. But in this case, it was such a public takedown of such a big person. Everybody, their mob mentality kicks in, cancel culture kicks in, people like to take sides. And then we get hit by this absolute swarm of bullshit with everybody jumping on the popular opinion and the bandwagon, essentially. And no one seems to be looking for like tangible, actual evidence. Stuff that would work in court, for example. And the first person I actually saw talk about this and look into it, I'm not saying they're the first person that did it, but the first person I saw was Keemstar. Now, a lot of people like to give Keemstar shit, and he does have some controversial opinions on some things, but he's the voice of reason in this situation. And normally, a lot of people tend to write off what Keemstar's saying because of the way he puts it across sometimes. Now, listen to what Keemstar said on the last drama alert. I'll play the clip.
I'm canceling the James Charles canceling because yesterday, okay, I was supposed to upload this video right now, but I didn't because me and my team spent the whole day looking all over the internet, investigating every single claim that James Charles is a predator, and there's no evidence to support that. If you search James Charles as a predator, there's videos all over YouTube claiming he is, but where's the evidence? In almost every case, James Charles is asking for consent. So I don't get it. If you want to be mad at James Charles for like basically being crappy towards his friend Tati, sure, I'm all for it. But it seems like the main reason why people are mad at James Charles is because of this predator thing, and there's no evidence to support it. Not that it's available to the public. One of the main people that came out supporting the theory that James Charles is a predator is Jeffree Star. We reported on last Drama Alert that Jeffree tweeted this. There is a reason that Nathan banned James Charles from ever coming over to our home again. There is a reason why I haven't seen him since Tati's birthday in February. He is a danger to society. Everything Tati said is 100% true. So what exactly makes James Charles a predator? Because he goes after straight guys? Well, Jeffree Star clearly goes after straight guys as well. A lot of old tweets popping up where he has been targeting straight guys. So I reached out to Jeffree Star in the DMs for more of a clarification. And well, Jeffree basically said those were jokes. Those old tweets are jokes. He's already addressed them. But I was very stern with Jeffree Star in the DMs. I was like, what makes James a predator? And he told me a lot of stuff that was off record that I can't tell you now. But Jeffree did say he is willing to come on Drum Alert and talk more about it in the future when he can. So I'm waiting to see evidence that James Charles is a predator, and until I see that, I am putting a hold on the canceling of James Charles. There are so many lies about James right now and so many claims that are just completely BS for clout that it's turning James Charles into an actual victim, where myself and many others can't help but feel sorry for the boy.
Now let me explain the title. People in all cases should be innocent until proven guilty, and popular opinion shouldn't be the judge, jury, and executioner like it has been in this situation. That's why we have courts, because if not, every claim, someone could say a nonce lives down your street in your village murders him with no actual proof, just popular opinion and word. That's why we have court systems. And people that make up stuff, all of these people that have come out now and said they've lied about the stuff that they've said to make the situation seem worse or to take somebody down further, all that does is it makes it harder for people to be believed, because now everything is going to be doubted. You might feel like you're trying to help the situation, but you're not. You're fucking it up. If you're lying about stuff, all you're doing is making it harder to prove that this person is guilty. Now, I just want to point out, I'm in no way defending these actions. I'm not defending his behaviour or anything to do with him, because I'm not invested. I don't care about James Charles. I don't care about Tati. I'm not invested at all. All I'm invested in is evidence to get me to the truth so I can make a proper decision. And to find the truth, we need solid, tangible evidence. And people making stuff up is making it harder to find this evidence, because everything is so saturated with bullshit and everybody's pushing their narrative, which essentially at the minute is fuck James Charles. So if you hate somebody and you hear something negative about them, you're automatically more susceptible to believe in that, because it works in your favour. If this whole thing went to court the way it stands, and it went into a court to get settled and sorted, James would be found innocent because there's not enough evidence to prove that he's guilty. It looks that way. It does look that way. But because it looks that way, that doesn't make it a fact. So if this wouldn't work in court because of the lack of tangible evidence, and I think we can all agree that the legal system is pretty good at what it does. Obviously it's not infallible and there's outliers, like sometimes it gets it wrong, but we believe in it enough to base our society around it, and that's how we enforce our rules. Now, to my opinion on things, if you had tangible proof in DMs or anywhere else that James has said, you have to do this or this will happen, this needs to be taken or repercussions will come across. Why wouldn't that have been released yet? And where is it? I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm saying it's not out there. But everybody's formed their opinion without it anyway, and that is what's dangerous. That's what's concerning. Do I think James is a good person? No. Do I think James is a shitty friend? Yeah, by the sound of things. Does what I think about James Charles bear any relevance in this situation whatsoever? No, it doesn't. My opinion is subjective and it's not fact. It can change from person to person. Facts can't change from person to person. So my opinion is totally irrelevant. Do I think James Charles is a predator? Again, what I think in my opinion is irrelevant and does not matter. Especially when it comes to something like this. Opinions are irrelevant. Opinion wouldn't roll in court, would it? It's facts that matter, and to get a fact, you need indisputable proof. Do we have indisputable proof James Charles is a predator? No. Not at the minute, not as it stands, it's not out there, and I haven't seen it. So not that I can find. And I haven't just taken Keem's word for it, I looked. And everything I've seen are people claiming it's proof or it's with receipts, and then at the start they say none of this is confirmed, it's allegations. Well then it's not proof, is it? You can't make a statement like this without having solid proof. You can't make the assumption based on anecdotal evidence that someone is a predator. And pushing misinformation because it goes with your narrative is just wrong. And nothing will ever be achieved if we're behaving like that. Because opinion is so subjective, there is nothing we can agree on. We can all agree on facts because you can't dispute it or argue it. A fact is a fact. But opinions can change and be influenced by other people. Again, I do not care about James or Tati in this situation. I don't care. I am not defending anybody based off bias or popular opinion or my own opinion. I'm looking for facts and evidence, and until the facts and evidence come out, he is innocent until proven guilty, whether we like it or not. I hope you can take something away from this video and have a discussion in the comment section without everybody just giving each other abuse and I'm right, you're wrong, because that's stupid. That is stupid. And that will get nobody anywhere ever. How you feel doesn't matter. What matters is the facts. Please try and look at things more objectively and leave your subjectivity out of it. If this thing was a math problem, we don't have the A plus B to equal C. We don't have B. We've got assumptions which does not fit in the equation. We need to look at things more objectively because cancel culture and mob mentality is fucking terrifying. If that made its way into the real world, like I said, people could be murdering people in the street because of popular opinion, but that's fine. It has such a terrifying precedent, it just scares the shit out of me. When it comes to a point, evidence and facts don't matter and popular opinion and noise in this mob is what matters. Well, then we're back to the fucking Bronze Age, surely. That's not civilized. Please let me know down in the comments, do you think James Charles deserves a chance or has the responsibility to give his side of things? And if so, why? And if not, why? I want to know how other people are thinking so we can come to a good conclusion. Thank you for watching, and I hope you made it this far without just disliking and calling me a cunt and going away. But I am expecting a lot of dislikes on this video because what I'm saying isn't... It's not the popular... fuck James Charles mindset everybody else is in. I don't care that it's James. Person A, person B, that's why I did that. No investment. Just again, to clarify, I'm not justifying anything if it has happened. I'm not doubting any of the victims. I'm saying that we need evidence, or else anybody could make claims about anyone, and if you're popular enough, it becomes fact, and that's dangerous. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash a like on it, please. Let me know in the comments that people are sane, because the internet's been tiring me out a bit. I'll see you guys very soon.